You are listening to This Square Room podcast. My name is Jonel, and I thank you so much for listening. Before we jump into the episode, I want to mention that if you are a fan of the podcast, you can follow us on our Instagram and Twitter at This Square Room for more content. Also, leaving a positive review and comment on Apple Podcasts really helps us a lot. I know a lot of the time when people have a negative experience with something, they're very quick to leave a review, but they forget that when you enjoy something, that it really helps to leave a positive review. So if you love this podcast, we want to hear from you, and Apple Podcasts is a perfect place to leave us a review. Last but certainly not least, we want you to be a part of the podcast. You heard that right. Our listeners now have the opportunity to participate in the crazy conversations that go on in this square room. So if you have an interesting story that you want to share on air or a question that you want us to answer live on the podcast, you can do so by submitting your story or question to us directly on our website, thissquareroom.com/ask. And you could be a part of the show. The best part is that if you choose, you can remain completely anonymous. So again, to have your question answered or your story shared on the podcast, go to the Ask Us tab on thissquareroom.com, or you can go directly to thissquareroom.com/ask. Now, with all that being said, I think I've been talking long enough, so let's just jump right into the episode. So I have it on good authority that is somebody's birthday in this square room.
Whose birthday is it?
Who's the birthday boy? Who's the birthday boy?
I see him.
Oh, can you? Happy birthday, Hugh-Gene.
I feel myself slowly getting older.
Yep. Welcome.
Jeez, that was so morbid.
To the world.
We're like, happy birthday. And he's like, I feel time slowly passing me by.
I feel death coming
approaching.
Slowly it comes.
And I know it's like weird because like second wave of Miss Rona, but like anything in particular you want to do. Yeah. Aren't we in the middle of a second wave?
Is
right
it
now?
the second wave? Doesn't feel like it.
Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't feel.
Why do you think things have been like shutting down again?
I always just compare
restrictions?
everything to Spanish flu. Like second wave, bodies were falling.
Okay, you weren't alive for Spanish flu,
You don't
so
know
you can't. I'm so upset.
You don't know that. Shit. That's why I haven't gotten it
So
yet.
you've been lying about your age.
Don't worry about my age, bro. I'm a time traveler.
We really got to figure out how old he is turning.
No one needs to know my age. That's
Okay,
not
well,
important.
it's funny
Well, it
'cause
is. Oh, well, who cares?
We talk about time, and I don't know if you remember last week you and I had a conversation.
We did?
Yes. Well, it wasn't a conversation. I think I showed you a TikTok, but like I dove deeper into it after we think. Anyway, my point is you'll get what I'm about to say. Des, I have a question for you. So if I tell you that Wednesday's noon meeting has been moved forward by 2 hours, do you now think that it's at 2 p.m. or 10 a.m.?
It would be 2 p.m.
Okay, and I'm going to ask the question again just for anyone listening so you guys can, participate. So again, if I tell you that Wednesday's noon meeting has been moved forward by 2 hours, do you now think that it's at 2 p.m. or 10 a.m.? Now, I will say, Des, that I also said 2 p.m., but our little birthday boy said 10 a.m.
The what? What was the what? It moved backwards?
I just read it twice. Are you really going to say what's the question?
if the things move backwards?
No.
Des, how...
If Wednesday's noon meeting is... Oh, man, she pressured me. You looked at me because I know you thought I was going to get it word for word.
I was very impressed.
I know. That's
no,
what
it's okay. If Wednesday's noon meeting is moved forward by 2 hours, what time is it at?
Oh, yeah, 2.
No, last week you said 10, though.
Was that the exact question?
It was the exact question, yes.
Was it? Oh.
It's okay. No, neither one is wrong or right. It's just about how you perceive time. I know Des is like, what do you mean?
Forward is forward and back is back.
Well, hold on. So there's only 2 ways that English speaking people perceive time. And I say English speaking people because, there's different interpretations in different languages. But so if you think that the meeting is now at 2 p.m., it means that you have the ego moving perception of time and you see yourself as moving forward through time. And if you think that the meeting is now at 10 a.m., this means that you have, I forgot what the perception of time is called, but basically you think that you are stagnant or static, and time is flowing through you. So it's like you're standing in a stream and time is the water passing you by. You're not moving down the stream. The stream is moving past you.
Shaolin shit.
So basically, Hugh thinks that time moves past him, and we think that we move through time. You and I, Des.
You guys are just like...
While you're standing there and it's just flowing by you so nice.
Right, so because when you're stagnant and time moves, when you say moves forward, it becomes 10 a.m.
Yeah.
But when you are the one moving and it's forward, you move
2.
forward to 2 p.m. Yeah. So, yeah.
I'm one with time?
Something.
No, if anything, time. We're one with time. You're stagnant and time, you're like, bye, time is passing me by.
Oh, okay.
No, like neither one is wrong.
I feel so whole.
Neither one is wrong, but it's just like how people perceive time. So it's like as you get older, you're just like, oh, time's passing me by.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas we're getting old, like we are moving through time so fast. Where did the time go? Is what we would think. And you're like, time is passing me by. Like there's those like different ways to perceive it. You get it? Huh. Do you actually?
So I'm like a tree in the wind.
Yes. Sure. Yeah.
There we go.
And we're like a leaf in the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just like.
All right. Not. I don't know what weird ass
airbenders.
Yeah, if you guys are listening, I'm curious to see what you guys think. I feel because like when he said 10 a.m., I was literally like, "You're insane! How could you even possibly say that?"
Literally, when you said that, that's what I thought about. I'm like, okay, he can't count. He did say that.
But like once you understand what it means, like there's no right or wrong answer. It's just how you perceive time. I promise everyone, Hugh can tell time. It's fine.
Huh? I know. I wear watches. Yeah, of course I can tell time.
It was a joke. Okay. All right. You know what? It's your birthday, so I'm gonna let it slide. Des, you sent me some information on Matthew McConaughey. Please explain.
McConaughey.
Yes. Okay.
McConaughey?
So is it McConaughey?
No.
It's McConaughey.
Oh. So Matthew McConaughey recently opened up about his father's passing in 1992.
Oh.
His father's name was James.
Did not die.
No, not recently.
No.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. I was confused at first too, and then as I read more into it, I was like, "Oh, got it." So now that 28 years have passed, he can now talk about it and laugh about it. So according to him, he's at home. He gets a call from his mom. Your dad's dead. And at first he's like, "Okay, gotcha." And she's like, "No, he died." And he's like, "What? How?" His father died while having a orgasm in the mother. Yes.
I don't like how you phrase that.
Dead. Dead.
First of all, who orgasms like that? I guess if it's your last one ever.
I just picture him doing like
Yeah, he had a heart attack, so I don't think.
Well, the mom was okay with it. She said, like, it didn't not necessarily bother her, but he always said from they were younger, so from the dad was a young boy, that's how he wanted to die.
That's a great way to die.
And as a man, that is
a great way to die for who? Because that's traumatizing.
I don't give a fuck about you. I'm dead.
I'm dead.
Inside me and you die?
Well, you won't know for like a good couple minutes.
What do you mean if you're dead? On top of me,
like,
under me, whatever. Okay? If you're not moving,
you're gonna be like, okay.
I think you're gonna like instantly.
You're gonna launch yourself off, and you're like exit, and then you're gonna.
No, but you don't know what the position is. What if it was like doggy style and he was standing and it just collapsed to the ground?
So it's either doggy or missionary.
Who said they were old? It was 28 years ago he passed away.
Yeah, the dad's probably like in his 60s, 70s.
28 years ago?
It didn't say how old.
How old do you think?
How old's Masa
McConaughey? Call him Massa.
Why? He's from the South. It's just we're called that. He's a Texan.
If we know his father passed away 28 years ago and we find out his age, maybe we can like deduct approximately how old. You know, if we just say like,
is it wrong for him to laugh at that? No.
He is 50 years old.
So his dad. So
okay, so his dad
probably in his 60s or something. Probably in his 60s.
Because he's 50 like on the dot.
Yeah. On the dot.
So he was like what?
His dad, probably in his 50s.
Probably 50s, 60s.
Heart attack. No, I'm sorry. That's traumatizing.
It is very traumatizing.
I would laugh at that too.
For the wife?
If my wife died by nutting, I'd at first it'd fuck me up.
Obviously, it's sad. It's a loss of a family member, but you can find the humor in it after, especially if he always said,
hey, this
like,
pussy killed your dad, bud.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah, you know how good my pussy is? It killed somebody.
Imagine if she remarries.
Yeah, it's like, wait.
I don't think she would, because that's, like you said, traumatizing.
You got a fucking
what
cursed
if I
vagina.
have sex with this old guy too and he dies?
No, you gotta find a younger one.
What if that kills him too?
Then you never have sex again. You wear a chastity belt forever.
Fucking cursed, or is this that great that it sucks the life out of you? It's just like,
oh my god, that did not sound great at all. That did not sound great.
Ew.
Wow.
And also, it sounds like it's a sound that he's made before.
Yeah. Like
that,
it came natural.
Yes, that sound didn't just come out of nowhere. So I'm uncomfortable now.
I just pictured a transport.
That's what you pictured?
I don't know.
I'm just waiting for you to.
I keep replaying it. I can.
Yeah, don't do it again. It's fine. We all heard it the first time. All right, what's this video? You say you have a video to show us. Just show us.
Yeah, I have a video.
I'm nervous.
Be very.
B.
B. Let's hope I still have it in my. Yeah, there. Okay, so prepare yourself. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Is there anything you want to preface it with?
No.
For everyone listening, Des and I are going into this completely blind. We don't know what Hugh wants to show us.
It's so uncomfortable.
That's so fucking weird.
Okay.
Oh, let's hope my phone rotates. Okay, you ready? You ready, guys? I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh my goodness. Where do I begin? For those of you who are
Hugh-Gene, don't cough. It's
Wave 2. How do you guys feel?
okay. The only way you can tell me if I'm wrong, Des. What we just saw was a video of a man.
No. Don't tell them yet. Okay, right?
Okay.
Because for those of you who are frequent listeners, we've had this conversation on how and where this goes.
Yes. I didn't picture it like that though.
No, I did not picture it coming out like that. That's for damn sure.
No. We had a similar. It was not the same conversation.
It was.
No.
Yeah, we did. We had a conversation about this.
It was brought up too. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we were talking about folding and tucking. And
we didn't say inserting.
We've had that.
To tuck is not to insert.
No, but we've had that conversation.
Yeah,
we need to tell them what we just saw. We saw a man. He was naked, first of all, so I saw a pee-pee. Hugh, I'm gonna need you to tone it down so the audience can actually hear me. So he turned his buttocks to the camera, cocked up one leg, and then literally looked like he was laying an egg or 2 eggs. His balls came out of his asshole. Are you okay? They just came out. It looks like you ever have slime and you let it drip out of your hand. They just came out. It looked like he was smoothly laying an egg.
At first I thought, okay,
do you need water?
He's showing a video of a guy taking a shit. Why is he showing a video of a guy taking a shit? Because one ball comes out first, right?
Of course.
But it's still in the sack. So therefore it pulls the other one with it. And it just and it just
it was very
hung
smooth.
There. Yeah, it was weird. He does this
done
all
that before.
Yeah, plenty of times. It was very uncomfortable to watch. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was 5 seconds I wish I could.
Hugh-Gene is crying tears right now. I hope you guys know.
I wish I could get that 5 seconds back.
It's gone now.
Yep.
Can I ask you a question?
Where? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Where did you find this video? Why do you have it on your phone? And what possessed you to want to share that?
I got it from your mom's house, that podcast.
Oh, I thought you were trying to insult me for a second.
I was like, oh, this is getting personal now.
I was like, oh, you trying to talk about my mother?
No, yeah, I got it from there because their podcast always has like fucked up clips.
Yeah, I'm familiar with your mom's house.
But I remember I was listening to it because this is an episode I've listened to before, and they brought up the balls. They brought that video up, and then I was like, I just like
you searched for it.
Yeah, I searched balls coming out of ass.
So you like on your phone in Google,
yeah,
you typed in.
Yeah. While I was like waiting for you to come, I was like, you know, what?
Yeah.
I want to ruin these guys' days. So I searched up what it was on Reddit. It was like and there's a Reddit thread literally saying video of balls coming out of guys' ass, and then there's the clip, and that's it.
Here's the thing. It happened.
It came out. I was shocked. Right? I was like, wow.
It happened so fast. It happened so fast that I kind of want to be like, wait, show it again.
Yeah,
no.
sure.
I'm not actually saying to. No,
You sure?
Put it down. Put it down.
It's okay.
But I also don't want to see it again because I was traumatized from the first 5 seconds. I'm like afraid. Like
Like I have no words.
it's just that like
And it's replaying in my head, which is the problem.
what I'm curious about is
Oh my god. He pushed out the first one and the second one just came with it.
Out.
can you I don't want to
You want to see it one more time?
No, I want you to pause it before like at the start. I just want to see how his balls are like
He just
tucked up
shoved
there.
them both there.
They're just
Like I'm not trying to see it in motion. I saw them coming out. Thank you. Twice. Thanks for playing it the second time, although I said I didn't want to see it. It's
It
okay.
is
You know
so
what? You know what? It's
uncomfortable.
probably for the
It's okay.
best.
I
No,
gotta do
I'm
it
gonna
for
take
you,
it
man.
as
It's
a
for
sign
science.
from God that I shouldn't see this video again.
a sign from God.
Oh my god, I'm scared.
So yeah, you can see it's just like kind of like I guess he has so much dangly balls.
Yeah, so
he's
he
kinda
has
like,
he has low hangers
he has
because
some low hanging fruit.
if he had balls that were high and
then-
tight, there's no way you could do that.
and that's it right about to come out right there.
Okay, thank you. I don't need a play-by-play. Yeah, you need to just show Des because I'm not
Okay,
continuing to
it's
look
okay.
at that.
It's okay.
I'm not subjecting myself to this.
One more time, no.
No. No. No.
You're gonna think about this. And this is the thing.
The fact
That
that all-
thought is trapped in your head forever.
Forever.
So like years down the line, this is gonna come out of your head.
The fact that all Des can say is no. Like, Des has never been this quiet.
Yeah, because you know when you see something and you have to process it
Yeah.
over and over again. So you showed it the first time and I didn't know what to say because I was still processing
Yes.
if I saw what I saw. But looking at Joe's face, I know I saw what I saw. And that made me even more uncomfortable now to find that you Google search this.
Yeah, literally.
Don't Google search this, people, please.
The
I'm
fact-
saving you the trouble. Don't do it.
Like, you're so proud of yourself.
I'm more happy about how uncomfortable it made you guys. That's my birthday gift. That's the gift you guys gave me.
First of all,
The amount of laughter I had, thank you.
this square room
I haven't had that much
is
laughter
supposed
in a
to
while.
be a
I
Squarespace.
swear.
Not sponsored. It's supposed to be a safe space.
I don't feel
And
safe.
I don't feel safe after that.
Oh, thank
Look,
God.
and now you're coughing. So not only did you show us that, you probably exposed us to Rona.
Yeah, you
and
didn't hear him say wave 2?
yeah, first he's like, "What do you mean wave 2?" And then starts coughing, hollering wave 2. Like, oh my god. Hugh. And you
Yeah.
know, beforehand he was like, "Oh, I have a video to show you guys." I'm like, "Oh, like what it like without like giving it away, what's it about?" And he's like, I can't describe it. I just have to show you." And like now I see why you couldn't describe
Yeah.
that. It's either you give
I
it
could
all
have
away.
described it, but
No, it's either you give it all away
Yeah,
or
yeah,
you
yeah.
don't. Like there's no way
that's my
to
fault.
give a hint.
Sorry, guys.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
You have to put $1 in the my phone went off jar.
Oh, sorry,
That doesn't actually exist
I
yet,
know.
but we it actually should be a thing.
Yeah, so how are you guys doing now?
No.
Okay.
You're not gonna. You're like, I don't know how to describe how my body feels. Like you can't just move on and say, "So how are
Why
you guys?"
can't you move on?
I'm
It's
traumatized.
in your
That's
past.
why.
Just move on, man. Accept what you saw, because it's in there forever.
I hate that. No warning, no nothing.
That's the point.
If you guys are gonna search this, just a warning that like, and this is the thing, it's not super graphic. I don't know how to describe it. Like it's not.
It's just a very well shaved ass.
Yeah, he's very well groomed, but it's just so disturbing. And Des, what you were saying was that, oh, we talked about it before because a few episodes ago we talked about tucking when Hugh, I think you said you tried, like, just in the mirror, tried to tuck, and Des, you were like, oh, maybe I'll go home in the shower and try. Did you ever do it?
I can see the 1,000-yard stare.
No, the thing is, right?
Oh, it looks like a
The
Vietnam
video
vet.
was so disturbing that I don't even want to talk about it. But I have so many, like, there's
Things to
so
say,
much.
questions,
yeah, but I
comments.
feel wrong talking about it. So that's why I haven't said a word. But Hugh, I'm uncomfortable. And I don't get uncomfortable very easily. And that was very uncomfortable.
No, when I saw it, I was like,
And why would somebody take a video of that and put it on the internet?
He probably has an OnlyFans. I don't know.
Oh my God, you're right. Oh my God,
probably
so
has an
there's
OnlyFans.
probably a lot of that going around the
Someone
world.
probably pays for that.
Oh
I don't doubt that there's a lot of that.
Oh my
but
God, people probably played in slow-mo.
see, my
It wasn't slow-mo.
perception.
That was not slow-mo.
No, it was slow-mo.
Don't. He's gonna show it again.
Oh, you're right.
Don't encourage him.
It wasn't
Just agree with him and move past it. No, but you were saying, like, in the past episode we were talking about tucking and like drag queens and stuff. I always imagined, again, for anyone listening, you may or may not know, but
That's the
I actually
ultimate.
don't have a penis. So
What?
it's 2020. I'm just saying, like, no.
Where is it?
I said I don't.
Ah, dang it.
It's nowhere.
Thought Joey's had one.
Yeah, you would like that, wouldn't
Thought
you?
you had a cock!
I really have nothing to say to him today. Like, anyways, no, but I always imagined when, like, a queen would tuck, like, I know you push one, I thought you push the balls up into themselves, like, up into itself, not into your asshole.
No,
That's the royal tuck right
That's
there.
what you said. But Hugh was like, they tuck it up their asshole sometimes.
I'm pretty sure I know more about
Did I say
drag
that?
queens than
I
Hugh-Gene.
feel
I
like-
don't recall Hugh-Gene saying that.
Okay.
I know I
I
have on this podcast before mentioned balls in asshole before though.
I also don't recall that, but I'm not
But I don't-
surprised. No, but that time he was like, "Oh yeah, I've tried." But you weren't even talking about your balls. You were just saying, like, you tried the whole tuck
my
your penis
wiener.
between your legs, but it kept.
It just flopped.
Yeah,
out.
because we're talking about folding your penis into itself.
But that's
No,
that's
the
some
balls.
next level shit right there.
Oh yes, the penis. Because there was the fact that I found out that, like, every person with a penis has the ability to, like, push the penis into itself. So we were just talking about tucking, and we are like,
I
oh
thought the balls.
no, but I know with tucking, it's they take one ball, push it up, the other ball, push it up, and then they take the penis and fold it back and then duct tape. That's tucking that I know, but I don't know it to be like you push the balls into the asshole.
No, that's the ultimate tuck.
But that's the thing, because I think
That's
most
next level
people, you
tuck.
have to have very long, loose skin, like
Yeah, you got
low-hanging
them-
balls to
you got them
do
swingers.
that. Yeah, so I don't think that's, like, the common thing.
No.
Oh, Jesus. I want to move on. I just don't know how. I just don't know where to go from here.
It's okay, guys.
Okay, I'm just trying to think of anything to just get our minds off. Oh, Google has a new feature. I can't
That is a
even
new
move
feature
on.
right there.
No.
The ball drop.
We're not talking about that anymore.
what is this
Oh my
feature?
god, imagine New Year's midnight and the ball drop.
Did we just say we're not talking about this anymore?
Now New Year's Eve, when you see the ball drop, that's gonna pop in your head. Woo!
Alright.
This is the birthday gift that I wanted, guys.
Thanks, Joe.
This
Thanks.
ultimate joy.
Thanks.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
First of
man.
all, he said the ball drop.
You egged it on.
You did.
I don't want to talk
I
about
did,
it.
and then I instantly regretted it.
Yeah.
It was just a play on words.
Those
I don't
eggs,
know.
man.
No, but Google does have a new feature where, like, if you're thinking about, you know, like when you're trying to think of a song, like for Shazam to work, you need to, like, actually be able to play the song. But what if you have a song in your head and you're like, I know, like, the melody, like I can hum it, but I don't know the words. Google has a feature where you can hum into it and it'll tell you the song.
I don't like that. I like that, but I don't like that.
No,
No, I like it, but
I feel like we're like living in the future now because this is what everyone said we wanted. Everyone's like, oh, I wish there was a feature that I could just and like hum into it and then.
That's where you can do that with Shazam. You
No.
can't? No.
You have to be playing the actual
That's
song.
Yeah, for like 10 seconds.
I know with YouTube, I've typed in lyrics like very crudely, and it somehow finds a song.
Yeah, you can type lyrics,
But
but what
we
if
can
you
hum.
don't know the lyrics and you just know how, like, the chorus goes? Maybe
Yeah, it's good. It's good, I guess. I
think
probably
it's
will never
cool.
use it, but that's good.
you say that. And
I think that's...
Is that just
too
Google
much.
in general?
no, it's
Oh,
a
the Pixel.
feature that they're adding. Google, like not the Google phones. It's just like a
Oh, it's
feature
like
that Google's adding. Yeah.
Yeah, Google, stay out of my life. too late. It's already. I have a Huawei. They're all up in my life. And you have a OnePlus, so the Chinese are just watching their ass too, man.
Huawei. I remember for the first when you got it, you told me that it was called a Huawei.
That's what I thought too.
Did I?
Yes.
What?
And then I was like,
yeah, I would go like, what?
And then I stop it. What? And now
This isn't white.
I'm still at the balls. I'm so sorry.
I'm at the cancellation of this
What's
of
this
this
one
situation.
called? What's the Hawaii what?
Anyways, and then I remember, and I was like, "Are you sure that's what it's called?" And you were like, "Yeah, it is." And then there was a commercial, and I'm like, "Hugh, it's called Huawei," and you were like, "Oh, really?"
I called it the Hawaii?
Yes.
I guess.
You're talking about how like, oh, with the Huawei, the camera's the best one with the Huawei, and I was like,
Yeah, the camera's not as great. It's good, but it's not like. It's not really like a camera. Apparently, it's a bunch of
well, now
bullshit.
you're talking shit about it, but you
Yeah,
used
no.
to sing its praises not
No,
too
man,
long
I
ago.
might go team iPhone. That's why. Not the new iPhone 12. That bullshit that they did with not having a headphones and charger come with it. But
No charger?
no charger.
No
or
charger.
headphones. No charger or headphones, but it's $1,000 something.
That's Apple for you.
Yeah, that's why it was when Steve Jobs dies. All the creativity leaves. Died with him.
Anyways, Des, I know you don't want to talk about
Sorry.
about balls, but I have a question involving penises. Is it too close for comfort?
No. Go ahead.
Okay, and this is for both of you guys. I heard that I guess it's to do with like blood flow and elevation, but I heard that like a lot of the time, like with what happens with like people with penises, like when you're in a plane and you start descending, you can get unwanted boners. Like on
I
the
just
plane.
get unwanted boners all the time.
Well, true, yeah, of course you can get them anytime, but like I heard there's something about the elevation and the change of but I heard it's specifically more so when you're landing, but I don't know.
I'm not.
Has that happened to either of you?
I haven't paid attention that much.
Because
so
I heard it
don't
was
know.
like I feel like you would remember if you ever got a boner on a plane.
No, because I get boners all the fucking time. I for sure I've probably gotten boners on planes. Not because I wanted to, just because it's like, hello. It's me, boner.
I cannot recall ever being awake.
No, so you would never know.
You don't wake up before you land?
No.
You just you feel like the touchdown and you open up your eyes?
I hear, woo! And I'm like, I'm awake.
People don't do that.
As soon as you land, everyone starts clapping.
No, clapping, but they're not like, woo!
Yeah, they do.
I thought it's just like a nice little round of applause.
Woo! Yeah, we made it. Especially when you're going to Jamaica and they're dramatic.
Lord Jesus. Help me.
No, not help. You made it, Hugh. You made it. You don't need help.
Mayday! Mayday! We're both.
What did he say?
I said we're about to crash.
The sound.
I saw the
head
show.
hitting the desk.
That's the plane.
Oh. Happy birthday, Hugh.
Ah, man.
So I hope you know, I think you broke Des this episode.
No, 100% you did. That video did.
Like this
I
is
promise.
a broken man.
I keep seeing 1,000-yard stare. It's funny. I'm sorry, man.
No, you're not.
I'm not.
No, you're not.
It's just
That
fun.
was so uncomfortable.
It's one thing for Des to be in a position where he doesn't know what to say, but also to not even want to say anything. I don't even think he doesn't want to be here right
There's just so much to like process, but I don't want to process it. That's
right.
the problem.
But then your
right?
mind is still like,
It's
no,
still
we gotta
there.
process
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, this made me uncomfortable. And normally when things make me uncomfortable, I go tell people. I don't want to tell anybody about this because this is not okay.
Well, luckily
but how
you
am I
can
going to
just forward them
survive
this episode.
without telling them? You're right.
You should put it in the link. I'll send it to you.
But
no,
then see, if
we'll get flagged and taken down
they
for pornography.
No, it's science.
with no visuals.
No, he's saying to put the link in the thing.
Yeah.
I'll tweet the link.
If I tell people to listen to this episode, they're going to want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it, but it's in my head.
There's a couple demons in there too.
No, they left. They're gone.
Oh, they were
They're
like,
out.
we
We can't stay here with this thing.
They're like, oh.
It's not working out very well.
One after the other, man.
looks like you will have to just traumatize Des further to get this out of his
I don't
head
think I
and
can
put
find
something
anything worse.
I don't
Like,
put it
there's probably
past
like
you.
fisting videos, but like.
Okay, all right.
And it's
I
crazy
shouldn't have
'cause-
even encouraged it.
2 Girls, 1 Cup did not make me feel this way.
No, 2 Girls, 1 Cup is worse than this video.
The only thing that made me feel the thing that's making me feel the most uncomfortable is B&B Pain Olympics.
Is that when he cut his penis?
That's when he like smashes his balls.
Yeah, okay.
That one I've never finished that one. Apparently it's fake, but yeah.
Oh really? I heard the whole thing was like a competition.
I don't know.
Like the 2 girls, 1 cup, the 2 guys, 1 horse.
Oh, I saw 2 guys, 1 horse.
1 horse.
1 horse.
Yeah, the guy died.
No, I don't.
Dead.
I don't know it. I believe you. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to know.
It's exactly what you think it is.
I can imagine.
Internal damage.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, let's.
And I mean, if you want to guess the skin color, you can. You don't have to, but you can if you want to. And whatever your guess is, you're correct.
Is a black guy? I think now is a great time to just take a little break, just to acknowledge our partners for this episode. This Square Room is partnered with Smart Home. Once again, if you're looking to simplify your life, Smart Home can help you with that. They can help you with everything from remembering when your appointments are to planning your week, and they provide everything from personal assistants like Alexa or Google Home to automated lighting systems and security cameras like Ring. Their products are affordable and easy to program, and their devices can communicate over your home's existing wiring and radio frequency signals, which means that there are no interruptions and your appointments are always remembered and your house is always safe. So if you are interested in getting a smart home device, Smart Home is a perfect place to start. And even if you already own smart devices, Smart Home is a great way to expand. So you can use the discount code ROOM10, ROOM10 at checkout for 10% off on their website, smarthome.com. You can follow them at Smart Home on Instagram and at Smart Home Inc. on Twitter. Again, that's ROOM10, ROOM10 for 10% off at checkout on their website, smarthome.com.
Woo!
Oh man.
Okay, so I've been holding on to this question for a couple weeks now because I wanted like a good time to like talk to you guys about it. But I guess it's a few parts. So we'll start by me asking you guys: do you feel like women tend to play games? I don't know if that's really the word to use, but in the beginning of like a new relationship, when you're in the talking stage, do you feel like women are not as I guess straightforward as men tend to be, or as you guys tend to be in your experience?
I feel like both sides do that though.
Well, go ahead, I want to hear.
I don't know, I just feel like both sides will just kind of probably play themselves up, or like I guess try to impress the other side.
No, but impressing someone isn't playing games. I just mean it's like, oh, like, you know, like, what do you mean by that? I shouldn't text back right now because that kind of not obviously you want to put your best foot forward, you want to impress them. That's not playing games.
I guess so. I guess because it's an expectation that like the guy constantly has to be the more like forward pursuer one. I guess, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say?
I get what you're saying.
And then like,
so you're saying women like will kind of fall back and play hard to get because so the man can pursue
like
them?
The guy, I guess sometimes. Oh
no, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Like I'll use like Tinder for example. Like I feel like with Tinder you always have to have like a grandiose line to like pull them in. Like if it's very something straightforward, you're not gonna, for the most part. Like from my experience, right? Like, well, for me, I guess I don't have that experience because with Tinder, I was very straight to the point. Because I used to when I first had Tinder, I would do the whole typical like lame ass pickup line. Oh, let me, I have to constantly whatever all that shit. But then later on with Tinder, I was pretty much to the point. So I don't know. I don't have that much of experience with that. Because like I said, when I later got into Tinder, my pickup line, was like, let's cut the like bullshit, let's get straight to the point, blah blah blah, whatever, blah blah. Want to get a beer or a coffee, and it worked a lot of the time. It was just really like,
yeah. I think the problem with Tinder specifically is just that like, nothing's wrong with, like, being like, hi, how are you? Da-da-da-da. But, like, when you're getting that from a ton of people, it's the ones that are different that stand out. And then it became, like, the norm to have, like, the different, you know, like, something.
I guess because mine was out of nowhere.
But then it's like, if all you're getting are these crazy, stupid, lame pickup lines, then the basic ones then become the rarities.
I guess like mine was a rare, because it wasn't even a pickup line. It was literally straight to the point.
Which also doesn't make sense. Like, you don't...
It worked. I
know, but you don't even know how this person is. So just to be like, oh,
but that's the thing.
Want to go get coffee? I'm like, no, I actually don't want to get coffee.
But that was my thing. I don't want to play around with that bullshit. Because I don't like texting.
Understand.
I hate texting.
Like, I'm not saying like text for weeks without meeting up, but it's like that's the first message. I would be like, absolutely.
But I'd rather get to know you in person. We're going to a public area.
Right, but it's like, I honestly don't want to waste my time getting to know you if I'm not interested.
It's still a waste of time texting.
I swiped on you because I like how you look, but I had nothing about your personality. So let me at least know a little something before I commit to a coffee date or any sort of date.
But no matter what, you're wasting time.
No, but you see it as like, if you see potential in someone, it may not be a waste of time in your opinion.
Go, sir.
So, sorry, based on your wasting time, Hugh, you're talking about wasting somebody else's time. Joe's talking about wasting her own time. So, if you message someone about a coffee date, like right away, she would be wasting her time, and you are wasting her time. She doesn't want to waste her time, so she'd rather get to know you kind of first to figure out, okay, do I want to waste my time or not? So even if you guys text and she's like, I'm not feeling this, realistically, texts are like 2 seconds. And you can bundle a week's text into like 5 minutes of conversation. As opposed to now you got to get dressed, you're going out, you're wasting your own time. You could have done nothing at home instead of meeting this shithead. And so I think you're talking about wasting her time, and she's talking about wasting
still
her.
Wasting my time because
that's
the shithead.
That's your choice.
That's true.
Yeah, but you're the one reaching out, offering the coffee. No, but you're the one talking about the coffee date. So clearly,
so now it's her time.
Yeah,
but you still chose to use your time.
It's like
right, but it's like when I'm texting you, like on Tinder, I'm also texting this guy and this guy. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, I'm so old school. I don't give I don't know.
Like, for example, and this is what somebody put in perspective for me. If I'm coming to pick you up and I tell you I'll be there at 10 and you are not outside at 10, you're wasting my time.
It's every Caribbean person.
You're not wasting your time. You're wasting my time. You're not wasting our time. It's just mine.
Yeah, I guess,
Oh, sorry. I thought that was loud because you look.
No.
Yeah, so that's what you guys are talking about. Now, on this topic, right? That's why I had to stay quiet. I had to find the message.
Okay.
I have a specific message that I had with a conversation with somebody August 31st. So they said, any man that wants me to chase him in order to pursue something is not for me, because if he was, he'd treat me like a prize. And you may have once treated me as so, but that's chopped liver, the not replying, forgetting, unintentionally falling off the earth is not for them. So, what Joe is saying is great, because I was going to bring this up a long time ago,
what do you
too.
mean what I'm saying? I didn't
like
say my
the
point
question.
yet.
No, the
question.
question.
The question. What I'm asking.
What you're asking.
Okay,
sorry.
got it.
Was great, because I wanted to bring it up, too. But I was like, nah. But yes, I think that women do that, whether it's intentional or unintentional, but I think for the most part it's with a fair reason. They know that guys do play a lot of games and talk to different females. Not saying that girls don't do the same thing, but they'll be like, okay, if I'm kind of talking to this guy, let me see if he's serious, because I know I'm serious, but let me see if he's serious. So they'll do this whole like, hey, and then they'll wait forever to reply. Like, I've seen girls get text messages and be like, I'll reply to him later, I'm busy, and they're doing absolutely nothing. And I'm like, just reply now. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
But then that also, like, it kind of hurts them in the long run, because now when this gets even further, now the guy becomes more disengaged. Because in the beginning, he didn't like texting in the beginning. But now you had him chasing you, texting you. And you're like, great. You know, he's doing this, he's doing that. But that's not who he is. So later on now, when he becomes comfortable and he's not replying, you're like, the fuck? that's the same thing you were doing.
See, the problem with that is that when women are like constantly texting back, like they're responding within like a couple seconds to a minute, and they're constantly engaging in conversation, men are just like, whoa, she's doing too much. She's already in love with me. Like she's like at a level that I'm not at yet. And then the man pulls away in a lot of situations.
See, I say you would have to know your audience, right?
But if you're getting to know someone, it's hard to know your audience.
No, it's very easy. You can figure somebody out.
Really, guys get annoyed by that? Like,
no, they do.
Really?
I don't.
I don't. I've had that. I don't. I wouldn't get like weirded out if someone just replied to a text.
No, but like constantly like, oh, hey, good morning. How are you doing? How's your day? I'm not saying anything crazy, but if the woman is constantly texting you,
like throughout the whole entire
you're just
day.
like, it's too much. She's probably has way more feelings for me than I do for her, so I'm going to pull back. Or, you know what I mean? Like, that's the type of mindset I know a lot of men get.
No,
not every man, but
yeah.
a lot of them, yeah.
They do have that.
So it's just like for women, it's like, okay, are we going to do the whole like, let's hold back so that we don't come off crazy? It's not even about like, oh, I'm going to be hard to get. I mean, I'm sure for some women it is, but I know like a lot of the people I know, and even how like I would approach it myself, I would much rather hold back than give too much, because I don't know.
Yeah.
And then when you give too much, you put yourself in a vulnerable situation. The guy's like, oh, you're crazy. Oh, you're in love with me. And she's like, I'm just trying to get to know you. But like, it comes off as like women just have a way of communicating more than men. So for us, it just seems like we are more interested, and it can be a turnoff for men.
I think it also still depends on who. Because like with me, like if you say good morning, I might not be awake because of the hours I work. But that doesn't mean I'm not interested. But it all goes back to communication for me also. Because if I'm like these days, I'm not a good texter. So I let people know, like, hey, like, I'm not a good texter. Like, I might see your missed call, and I'll get caught up doing something else and not even remember that you called until you call again a week later to tell me that I called last week. So it all goes to communication. And if somebody cannot understand that, hey, like, even if I just start texting a girl, I'll be like, hey, you know, I prefer phone calls because I'm not a good texter. And then she'll know, like, okay, but you know, I don't like to be on the phone for like hours at a time. Okay, cool. Like, we can talk for 10, 15 minutes, like whatever. And if they don't like that, then be like, hey, like, I can't do this. Simple.
I feel like a lot of people don't communicate that though.
Which is weird.
Like, if you're not a texter, that's fine. Like, say that up front.
Yeah, exactly.
But don't just, like, not say it and then
assume,
not respond when the person's texting you. And especially this generation. You know, like, a phone call is, like, so intimate.
Snapchat?
No, seriously, a phone call is so intimate. Like,
Yeah,
people would FaceTime someone before they call them.
Yeah,
Which is, yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
understand
it's like when people
that.
are like, they won't give out their number, but they'll give out their Instagram and Snapchat. And to me, that's more evasive than a phone number.
Yep.
That's why I don't get it. That's why I feel bad for people that are dating. That's why I feel bad for people like trying to date right now.
Oh, like in the dating
I'm just
pool?
like, Jesus Christ. Even like Tinder, I was just like, oh, this is so stressful.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Like I tell people all the time, like, if you miss me, you can say you miss me. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, you're so obsessed with me. You are.
wants
okay.
my penis. Huh?
I mean, if you do, I don't mind. I'm not going to complain.
She
about
wants
it.
the cock.
Well, earlier you in particular, Des, mentioned the whole like wasting someone's time thing. And like I've heard that when it comes to heterosexual relationships, a man will know if he wants to marry a woman in about like 6 months. Not saying he's ready to get married, but he'll know like is she the type of
Facts.
So they say, like, if you're in a relationship for, like, 4+ years and the guy's like, oh, I don't know. Okay, keep in mind, I'm not saying being ready is different than knowing. You can know if someone is for you, if you see a future with them. And you can say, like, I'm not ready. Like, it's going to take some years. But you can still know. Is that true?
That is 100% true.
So when men say that, they are wasting your time. If you've been in a 6-year relationship, he's like, I don't know if I want to get married yet. That's wasting your time.
Yes and no. Why? Because maybe he actually doesn't really believe in marriage and is okay with this, like,
but then you don't believe in marriage. Then you do know.
Stupid thing called
Common law?
Common law.
No, but that's still knowing. That's knowing something.
Yeah, but
I don't want to get married.
I tell you that, okay, and it is a late conversation, but, you know, we were just dating at first. 1 year turns into 2, 2 turns into 3. Here we are 6 years later. And you're like, okay, if you really like, oh, I can't sing that.
That wasn't even the word, so don't worry.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, and she's like, okay, so like, oh, I would love to get married, and he's just like, whoa, Like 6 years goes by faster than you think.
He's like, woman, I just met you.
Yeah,
what
like
do
what are you talking about?
I've only known you for 6 years.
I've only been to your family Thanksgiving 6 years in a row. Like, come on now. And he probably...
I feel like Hugh's not picking up the sarcasm.
No, I am.
Oh, okay, because you had like stone face.
No.
And he's probably not really into the whole marriage thing, but that's never was a conversation. So to her, it's like, I just wasted 6 years and this guy has no, like...
intention of
I was
like,
gonna say ambition. That's why I had to stop. I'm like, that's definitely not the word.
No, but then that's the like I said with the whole conversation. Yeah, but it's like in the beginning, if you have this conversation like, oh, do you want to get married? Then men are just like, oh, you're trying to marry me now? And it's like, no. I just want to know that like our goals line up so that I'm not 6 years down the road and we're having this conversation and we find out that we're on different pages, because that's so hurtful. A 6-year relationship is significant. Right? But then like men, when women talk about like, oh, do you want kids? Do you want to get married? Like they perceive that as, I want babies now. I want a marriage now. Give me a ring. And like men get scared by those conversations. Am I wrong?
Not really. Yeah.
I am? So then what is it?
I guess some guys will get scared of that right off the bat. But
Well, of course. I can't speak for every single person.
What if the person's just like, yeah, I want to marry this person, but then they get like after 6 months or like 2 years go by and they see the real side of the person and it's like, oh, never mind.
No, of course, like things can change. Yeah. But what I'm saying is when people are still saying like they're undecided, like you should pretty much know. I think what they're saying is like most men, it only takes a couple months to be like, yeah, I could see myself with this person like long term into the future, or like nah.
Now
okay.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like, what if something just changes in those months or years?
No, things can change over time, and that's why people break up. But it's like it only takes a certain amount of time for you to be like, yes, you know.
But like I said, what if you're like, yeah, I would marry that person, and then like that period, whatever goes by, and you're just like, I don't, never mind.
Right, but then you would break up. If you don't see yourself with a person, then why would you like? That's why breakups happen, right? So it's like I think the perception is if you're still with the person, you know.
But what if you're like, oh, okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, what you're saying, minds can change, yes, but, like, wouldn't you already break up? Or if there's a problem, you guys work on it, and then you get back to that place. There's no, like, I don't know after a certain amount of time. Even if you're not in a position in your life where you're ready, it's like, you should still know if you see yourself with this person.
But what is the difference between us living together for 5 out of the 6 years and me putting a ring on your finger? It's just a mental thing. It's just a society telling you to get married
thing. It's just a shit contract.
And that is how I feel like most guys who are in this situation perceive it as, is like, if everything is going good, there are no problems, what is it like to say, oh yeah, we got married? Like, you can tell people I'm your husband now. I don't care. Like, you want a ring? I'll give you a ring. But a lot of females want that wedding day, you know, it's my day, the wedding dress, all that good stuff that comes with it. All that good stuff that comes with it.
I'm trying to hold it in.
And I feel like men do feel the pressure. Like, okay, if you come to me 6 years down the line and you're just like, so I noticed that so and so has been together for a year and they got married already, and we've been together for 6 and still nothing. And if I say I'm not interested in getting married, and the girl's like, you know what, okay, I don't want to be in this relationship, and I'm like, okay, cool, that's it? You didn't love me? You never loved me? Stop that. You're stupid. Sorry, I don't want to say she's stupid, but it is, as a guy, it is frustrating because I feel like females, and not necessarily just females, is that the word? Women. I'm so sorry, Joe. Women. I feel like women, and not just women, just certain types of people push their beliefs on their significant other. And I don't think that's fair. Whether it's positive or negative, I feel like you just have to find someone who corresponds with what you like.
See, but couldn't that go both ways though?
Yeah,
because if a woman is just like, I want to get married, I want this, I want that, and the guy's like, I don't, they both feel like the other person is pressuring them. But it's like, no, like it's just like the same way that men feel the pressure to not get married, women feel the pressure from men to be like, I don't care about marriage. Oh, I can get married at any time, because it's like there's pressure coming from both sides. Of course. When a guy is like, oh, I don't want to get married right now, it's like you don't want to come off as crazy or pushy or push him into being uncomfortable, but like maybe that's not what you wanted for your life, so now you're uncomfortable as well. So you're feeling pressured to meet him where he's at, while he's feeling pressure to meet you where you're at. But maybe if people just communicated more
at the beginning,
that's the thing. But when people get intimidated because like it's too soon to have those conversations, but it's not, because if you're potentially going to get in a relationship with someone, I think if you go on your first date, yeah, it's too soon.
Nah.
But if you agree to like, hey, like I actually want to be in a relationship with this person, I want to be exclusive, then you need to have that conversation. You can't shy away from that, because it only causes more problems down the road. There was a hold on, the clip that you sent me, and I also saw it so many places over the last few days on the internet. Well, yeah, like last week, the Dead Ass podcast with Kadeen and Deval. So basically they are a married couple, and the guy was talking about how women push men into monogamy, and then sex becomes a chore because like the woman doesn't want to have sex all the time, but then like the guy is left feeling like, well, you wanted a monogamous relationship, so let's get it on, like let's have sex. If you don't want me having sex with other people, you gotta have sex with me. What, you're smirking? Go ahead.
Because I agree.
Of course,
because it's
you
like
do.
When you're in the talking stage, right? And let's say the girl knows that, okay, you know, we're not anything exclusive. I know he still, you know, probably talks to other girls. We haven't had sex yet. So, you know, he probably is having sex with other people. And then comes the, okay, well, if you want to have sex, then me and you, you know, it has to be just me and you. And then the guy's kind of like, I don't know about all that. And it's, okay, well then, you know, I'm not going to talk to you, or you can't do this, or we can't have sex anymore unless me and you are official.
Right, but I'm going to just stop you there. It's the exact same thing that we're talking about. It's pressure from both sides, because then if the woman is just like, okay, well, you don't want to be in a relationship, but like, you like, you know, so for us to continue to talk and have sex, then I have to meet you where you're at.
Okay,
but then men feel pressure to be like, oh, well, now I got to be in a monogamous relationship. But it's like,
if the girl was like, if you don't want to be in a relationship, like, we cannot continue.
Right, that's her standard, and that's her right.
And that's fine. That is her right, correct.
Is the problem...
But you...
What?
Is the problem only having sex with one person?
No, so the guy feels like you, like oh, my girlfriend, she wants monogamy, aka an exclusive relationship, whether that's dating, marriage, whatever.
Yeah.
But... meaning I cannot sleep with other people. No. But when I want to have sex, she and all the time, she doesn't want to.
Oh, so then that goes back to the whole communication thing. If you're someone who has a high sex drive and someone has a low sex drive, then you guys gotta find a way to meet in the middle. Also,
sex drives change during different periods of your life.
It goes to communication, so
right.
Just communicate that.
In my head,
Also, sorry, Des, I think men think that just because you're in a relationship that they can get sex all the time, and they don't do shit to deserve it. Like, men feel like, oh, I'm your boyfriend. They come there with their musty balls and stanky dick, and they expect you to do whatever.
Smell the vagina. Vaginas are musky too.
No. I'm not talking about the natural musk. And like, of course, everyone, armpits, butt crack, whatever, can start smelling, but I just mean men. And neither of you take it personally. I'm not talking about y'all. Don't take things too personally. But someone listening, I'm definitely talking about you.
No, I got a comment on this subject now that you brought it here.
No, but it's just like men just feel like when you're in a relationship, men stop doing the things that made you want to have sex with them in the first place. The things like whining and dining and wooing you and just doing nice things and just spending time with you. Men are just like, oh, so, and they come up, they're kissing on you, and they're just trying to jump right in, and it's like, and half of the men don't even know what a clitoris is, so it's just like, it's not even pleasurable.
It's that thing in your dangly thing in your throat,
that
right?
Dangly thing that hangs the back of your throat.
That comes down to communication.
No, but what I'm saying is a lot of men just want to jump straight to pleasure for them, and then they'll do a little 1-2 thing that they think is good for the woman, but it's like, if men realize that women are much more... No, but what I'm saying is they think that it's what the woman wants, but it's not. We don't want you to Anyways, I don't want to...
So, I've been in not a situation like this.
An entanglement?
It's not even that, man. So, pretty much, I don't like to ask for sex. I think that's weird. Like, You know, I'll kiss you up and I'll start to touch you. If you push me off one time, that's it. Don't worry about it. I'm not touching you no more. Whether you're in the mood or not, like me physically saying, can we have sex? I think that's kind of weird. I don't mind hearing it, but I'm not saying it. So there's a girl that I was seeing.
You were entangled.
I was looking. I'm no tanglement for me. Shoot. And she was concerned that I was having sex with other people and blah, blah, blah. So one day I said, I want to have sex. Let's have sex. And she's like, no, because I don't know if you're having sex with other people, blah, blah, blah. I said, don't worry about it. I will never ask you again. And you can let your brain wander. Go for it. Now, reason why I said that, and I didn't give her a yes or a no, is because now, what is the difference between now and before? Absolutely nothing. You're in your own head, and you're taking that out on me. If you do not want to have sex with me, don't. Because when somebody else does, don't be mad.
No, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I interpreted that as she does want to have sex with you, but she doesn't want to have sex with you if you're being like unsafe with other people.
And then I said, okay,
as sexually transmitted infections can.
You didn't hear what I just said? Don't ask me again.
Right, but like.
And then she got upset, and I was like, I don't know what you're upset about.
That's a very immature way of handling it.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
What do you mean? If I want to have sex and you're telling me no because I don't know if you're X, Y, and Z, that's fine. You can keep wondering. Don't worry about it. I will not have sex with you anymore. Period.
That's fine, and that's your right to do so.
Oh, plenty. Oh, God.
So why worry about that now?
That's what I was saying. What is the difference between now?
Because at that point in time, it crossed her mind that, hey, wait, maybe I'm not the only one. Maybe I should ask him. It's not even just about like, oh, you're mine and I only want you to have sex with me.
No,
it's
that's
about,
literally what it was.
But I'm just saying she has that right to ask that question.
No, you do.
Any sexual partner has the right to know. So you handle it immaturely by being like, I'm not going to tell you.
Not at all.
You listen, you can say I am having sex with other people, or whatever, and I want to walk away. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying you're immature. There's a difference, because you, Des, you have a way of like dancing the line of like, you're not wrong, but that doesn't mean you're handling the situation right either.
What is right? To me, that was right.
What would be right is to be like, you know what, I am having sex. Well, whatever your truth is, and be like, if you're not okay with that, then that's fine. I'm not saying that you need to change what you're doing. But
no. I know what you're saying.
You have a sexual partner, and it is your obligation to be upfront with that person 100%. Because her physical health,
which is why I said
I
will not have sex with you again.
Right, like
that is answer enough for you.
That's
and
fine. That's a solution.
And with women, you guys like to get into such detail that is none of your business. With who? For how long? Listen. If I say yes, I am.
I think the how long is somewhat right, because it's like, well, how long have I been exposed to other things? Did you just sleep with someone once, or has this been going on the whole time? Should I go get tested? Those are valid questions. Am I not wrong?
Those are valid questions, but at the same time,
the who is not necessary.
But at the same time, if you
guys asked a lot of unnecessary questions. Go ahead.
Yeah, if you're gonna start fucking around with someone, I feel like if you have those concerns, why wait till later? Why not just deal with it? I think
that's like the moral of this whole episode, that people need to have deep conversations right off the bat, because you save yourself a lot of trouble.
Or just assume,
down
like,
the
it
line.
depends where you guys met. Like, if I met a girl on Tinder, I'm gonna assume she's fucking around.
Period.
Or two,
period.
Just wear a fucking condom, kids.
Even if I do that, period, because I like oral sex and I'm not using, you know what I'm saying?
Wear a condom.
You can still contract and
just wear a condom. The chances are a lot
to
lower.
Me, if I meet a girl, and depending on how I meet her, like if I know she's a hoe, I'm not gonna assume that I'm the only one. Same way if you meet a guy and everyone's like, oh, he's such a player, he's this, shit, they're probably right.
Yeah, if I was fucking around, I would assume that the person's probably fucking other people, and I would wear a condom.
And if you're not, you're not. That's fine.
Glove it up.
Right, but they literally say, Des, when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. So why assume? What's wrong with just asking?
No, I don't think
you say that women,
asking.
We love to ask questions and unnecessary details. But if I'm having sex with you, I have a right to ask you. I don't need to know who. I don't need to know where. But I have the right to say.
See,
where?
I have the right to say,
the
hey,
basement?
Are you sleeping with anyone else right now? Like, are we only sleeping with each other? Oh, it's only us? Okay, cool. So when you do decide to sleep with someone else, please let me know ahead of time. Or once it happens or whatever.
I think if you're having condomless, no protective sex, yeah. But for me personally, like, if I was wearing if I was fucking around, I'd always be wearing a condom, because safety first, kids. Mm-hmm. I probably wouldn't really care. But if I was fucking going free ball, then I would ask because I'd want to know.
Asking is not the issue. It's how many questions comes after. If it was like, are you having sex with other people? Yes, great, okay, goodbye. Men would not have a problem with that. But it's the 1,000 questions.
No, I think the how long is valid as well.
How?
Is a literally. Okay, Charlie Puth. No, but I think that's a good follow-up question. I do think that when emotions are involved, that's when the who is it? Why are you doing that? Why not?
I'm not
just
trying to hear all that.
But that's not a fuck buddy situation. That's someone who has feelings for you. So then you have to address the fact that like someone has feelings for you. So maybe you guys shouldn't be in the situation if one of you is not emotionally ready to commit and one of you is. That's when that situation needs to be done regardless.
But that's like at the beginning, because you could meet somebody today and be like, wow, I met this guy, spent the whole day with him. He's such a great guy. Oh my goodness, blah, blah, blah. A week later, oh my God, this guy would be such a perfect boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. And he's just like, yo, I'm trying to get some pussy and get out of here. That's not something you say on like the first couple meetups. Like, I'm trying to get pussy and be out.
Right, but that's also not, you also can't tell a guy that, oh, you seem so great, you make a great boyfriend.
Of course. Thank you, my dear. I do make a great boyfriend, and that's why I'm not a boyfriend.
If I just met you for the first time, or you know, we met and it's like, oh, like there's some flirting, whatever, and we hang out one time, and I tell you that you would make a great boyfriend, and you were such a great guy.
I think you're friend zoning me. Yeah, I think you're
okay. That's
you
not.
Went left.
I did not.
You went left.
You make a great boyfriend. I'm like, oh.
No. I said if it was like a flirty vibe. So it's not, you can tell it's not friend zone because there's flirting. Yeah. So it's like you can tell I'm interested.
Would it scare you?
But if I'm, yeah, that's what I'm asking. Would it scare you if I was like, Hugh-Gene, oh my God, like you're so great. Like I love spending time with you. You're so handsome. Oh, you make a great boyfriend.
Look at him smiling.
No, not the first time. Like we've had one date.
So that's the first time.
So let's say this is the second.
Our second time meeting, and I'm
meeting. Are we talking in between this second period of time?
Texting, but you're not a great texter, so it's kind of meh. But like, I like you.
If there's like a lot of communication between the first date and the second date, yeah, whatever. I wouldn't really care. But like, oh, thanks, bro.
Yeah.
But if it's like,
okay, how about
first date, and then the second date like a week later, you're a great boy. I'd be like,
how about this? We meet socially on a Thursday. We go out on a date on Saturday. I'm just giving you like a timeline. That's
we meet socially on Thursday.
On a Thursday night.
Tinder. Yeah. You talk. Tinder. Yeah. Thursday.
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Okay. Saturday, you guys decide to go out. Yeah. Now continue. I just need to
understand. So Saturday was our date. Sunday and Monday there was a couple texts. Nothing long, but like we had a nice date. We should do it again. Oh, what are you doing today? Oh, how's your work day? Like maybe Monday. By Tuesday, I'm like, honestly, I had such a great time this weekend. You were so handsome, and I think that you are perfect boyfriend material. Like you have everything that I'm looking for in a partner.
Okay, cool.
That's not intimidating to you?
No. Well, it depends on my mindset. If I'm in the mindset of
you're feeling me, but you're not ready to commit to a relationship.
Yeah, I would tell him like, thank you. I take the compliment very well, but I'm not looking to commit for a relationship. Maybe I want to get to know you better.
But the point is, it wouldn't scare you away.
No, I like upfront. I don't like the bullshit. That's why with Tinder, I went straight to the fucking point. I'm like, let's go on. I don't want to text and be like, oh, I don't want to do all that. I would hope you didn't do that.
That's why he doesn't text often.
Yeah, because that's what happens. No, Jesus, that's why I'd get straight to the point because I don't like all the. That's why the whole fuck buddy shit. Like I don't know if I could because I can't act like I give a fuck about you just to fuck you and then disappear. I would want to be.
I think if you have someone that you can classify as a fuck buddy like genuinely, then both of you are in that understanding, so you wouldn't have to.
But a lot of the time, it seems like from outside looking like at other people, it seems like a lot of time you have to act like you give a shit about. At least the guys that I've seen, and even girls that I've experienced, you have to act like you care about the person, like on some sort of level. Romantic level, and then it's like fuck you.
No, that's because they're doing it wrong.
No, I think there's a difference. So. There's a fuck buddy, but there's also friends with benefits, and I feel like they're different. A fuck buddy is where like, you don't give a
that's it. Goodbye.
Right. Whereas a friend is like we're actually cool and we have sex sometimes and we both know what it is and there's no more. It's
gonna just turn into a relationship and then someone's gonna get
but even with a fuck buddy, one person could catch feelings. But I'm talking about the difference. What you're talking about is a friends with benefits where it's like, oh, I actually give a fuck about this person to a certain degree. I don't want to be
your friend.
No, I'm talking you're already friends.
Beef jerky.
Ew. What?
Huh?
Beef jerky.
I mean brisket sandwich. That's more beef jerky is a penis.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
I was thinking brisket.
Okay, no wonder you're sitting in your car googling those type of videos.
Hey, Sometimes you just gotta see the eggs pop out.
All right.
That's
actually what I thought, when it was coming out. I'm like, an egg? No. I thought he put an egg in his butthole.
We don't think it's as scary as you guys think it is. Yeah, I cut that conversation again. Cut.
This is like moving on.
It's not as scary as you guys think. Like, we find it like flattering. Like,
can I tell you this? Like, I'm not even just talking about my perspective as like being the girl. I'm talking about having male friends and talking to them, straight male friends, because I know both of you guys are like, oh, you have a lot of gay male friends, but like,
I wasn't gonna say that. I wasn't even thinking that.
Okay, anyways,
I know you do, but that wasn't in my head.
But I'm talking specifically, we're talking about heterosexual relationships. I'm talking about my straight male friends. I've heard so much shit about like, yo, this girl won't leave me alone. Oh, she's crazy. Oh, she's this, she's that. Oh, she's too much. Yo, what does this mean? Does this mean that she's like into me? And I'm like, she's just trying to get to know you. But he's like, oh no, it's too much. It's like, I've heard that. And then, so that's why when I'm on the other side and like, I'm actually like trying to talk to someone, what?
Just got what?
I'm saying that I know how
like, if they're talking and then the girl just seems like a friendly. What?
When a girl puts it out there in the beginning, it can be very.
Puts what out there?
Her feelings. Okay. Yeah, her feelings, her intentions, what she wants for the future.
It depends on the guy.
A lot of men, but I'm saying from my personal experience, a lot of men get turned off by it, or they get intimidated by it, or they they just feel like it's too much too soon.
I guess because a lot of people aren't used to that, especially nowadays. Because a lot of the days, I from outside, like looking out in the ether, it seems like a lot of people just play games with each other nowadays.
Well, that's the thing. Like, let me tell you, when I was younger, I would be more willing to like bite my tongue and just kind of be like, well, I gotta take his lead, as to not intimidate him or to turn him off, or but once you get to a certain age and you realize that like, hey, I'm actually a grown-ass woman and I don't need to like play games, I'm gonna tell him how I feel. If he's intimidated by it, I'm sorry,
you're not for me.
Yeah,
like, grow a spine and go meet a next woman, because
call it a day.
No, and I think that's what women realize. And like, you see a lot of women entering their 30s, they become a lot more upfront, and it's not like they're not crazy, not like trying to marry you, but like they're just gonna tell you what it is. And that's why you see cougars, because they tell younger men, hey, like, this is what I want, this is all I want from you.
You also have to understand that you guys have to stick by what you say, because a lot of time you guys, women, grow a spine for like a month and a half, and we know it only takes time
to break it.
You see what I'm saying?
Break that spine.
So it's like, oh, this is what you want,
Bane and Batman. Yeah.
This is what you want, Des. No problem. That's not for me. Do you? I wish you all the best. Couple weeks later, hey, how are you? Just check. I'm on the same page I was before. But now you kind of given a little bit, because the time I spent talking to Des was kind of nice.
No, what it is that she ain't have dick in a long time. And
you see what I'm saying? So don't come
she's
at
like,
me.
hey, Des.
But now look, now you're back in the same position you didn't want to be. And there's nothing, because I'm not going to change my mind. I enjoy talking to you. I enjoy the time we spend together too. However, I enjoy the time I spend with a lot of people.
I think it's fine to change her mind. And like, if a woman says, hey, you're not for me, this is not where I want to be in my life, and then goes back, I think if it depends on what you're going back for. If she's hitting you up, hypothetically, obviously, she's hitting you up because because I know we're not talking about like a real person.
No? Oh, sorry. Go.
Shut up. Well, I'm not. If this whatever woman is hitting you up and she, like you said, your situation hasn't changed, then like that's fine. But she needs to go into it knowing what you want. Like, she can't like go in and like think like, oh, like let me change him. Maybe he'll like change his mind.
What I find is a lot of women, they're doing what you say, like, not trying to change you, but trying to be like, okay, you know what? This is what I need right now, and I'm okay. Yeah. So they dip their toes in the water, but end up falling face first.
True.
And then they blame the guy, and I think that's not fair. The guy's just being a guy, and I don't know what you guys want. Like, yeah, men will be men, you guys always say, but yeah.
No, that's toxic masculinity.
It is 100% toxic, and here we are. 2020 and
this
still
whole,
toxic.
Boys will be boys thing
is because you guys let us do these things. That's what I'm saying. So based off of
not
experience,
anymore, ladies. Am I right?
No. Based off of experience, like, this is what happens. Even like, I've girlfriends who are just friends, and they tell me things. And same thing, like, you hear from the inside guys and I hear from the inside girls. And the guy that they're talking to or dating will do them so wrong, and they know that it's wrong. And they're just like, honestly, I'm not talking to him, but I really need dick tonight, so I'm going to message him, and I'm just going to get dick, and that's it. And then the next day is like nothing ever happened. Because we know after sex, it's like nothing happened. And that's why you guys don't give us sex in a relationship when you guys are upset. Because we know once we get sex, it's like nothing.
Yeah, that's
happened.
why, ladies, you don't give in. You hold
see what I'm
out and
saying?
you
But
let
you
your
guys-
vagina dry up like the desert, and you
But-
hold on to all of your anger and you stew. And I'm
But
joking.
you guys give in. And when you guys give in, it goes back to square one. Everything you said is invalid now. So you guys grow a spine for 2 seconds, and then
I
it's
agree. I
gone.
think I agree with you. If you're gonna say something,
Stick with it. It
and
hurts.
if he doesn't want to meet you where you're at, then that's fine. But you can't just be like, well, you know what? I don't like how you did this, ABC, XYZ, whatever, and we're not having sex, and then you
give in a week later because now you're horny, and when you said you didn't want to have sex,
Right.
you're on your period.
That's not how you get anything, because then now your
Don't
word
use
means
sex
nothing.
As a bargaining
Look
chip.
at Hugh's face.
That's so stupid.
No, but it's not even a bargaining chip. I mean, I can speak for myself personally. Like, I get turned on. Like, I can't physically have sex when I'm mad, or when I'm not in a good place, or when I'm just like in a weird place.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like sometimes when you have like a fight and then you make up,
But
and,
you're
and
not comfortable with the whole thing.
yes,
yet.
it's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, we're good, but like
Not
I still
good
have like
enough.
weird
Yeah,
feelings
don't
inside.
touch
Like
me.
give me time to like process. Yeah, it's like that's how I personally am, and I know a lot of women are like that too. It's not about a bargaining chip, but it's like,
That's
listen,
what it sounds like. It sounds
no,
like a bargaining
it's
chip.
for me as a woman, I need something from you in order to feel comfortable sexually again. I am not sexually aroused by you when you're acting like a fool and you're out here in the streets treating me bad, whatever the reason is, right? So it's like for the man to like step up and be like, oh, you know what, I hurt her, let me make it right. And then it's like, oh shit, like he's treating me right, he's doing all of this, like that makes me a little juicy in my pants.
And
like
I knew that's why I did it.
Right, and that's the thing. He may know that, but that's the thing. He's doing something for her. That's what I'm saying. A lot of the time in relationships, going back to the thing that I mentioned about the podcast and men being like, well, we're in a monogamous relationship. That's what you wanted. Men think that that's all they have to do, and because you're in a relationship, that sex is owed to them, and that's not the case. You still have to do stuff for it.
Yeah, but then we also have other girls who are willing to not do stuff for it, you know? They'll be like, yeah, you want this, come get it, go about your business, have a nice day.
Yeah,
Thank
those
you,
are
sir.
home wreckers. They can...
Shit, I ain't got a home to wreck.
No, and like, Hugh, you mentioned like bargaining. It's not about bargaining, but I do have a question here. If a man can ask a woman for sex, right?
Yes!
Des?
Yes!
Oh, God.
Yes! This whole day is great.
If a man can ask a woman... See? Oh, look, you forgot about the butt balls
I
already.
can bring it up. It's right in my tab.
No, can you remove that from your... Is it bookmarked?
No, it's not bookmarked. I just left the tab open.
Close it. Close all tabs.
it's good
Clean
where
your
it is.
phone. Yeah, if a man can ask a woman for sex, does that mean a woman can ask a man for something like money?
Oh.
Are you going to answer? Do you want me? I
I
can.
thought you were going to say, can a woman ask for a man for sex? That's what I thought you got.
No, not for sex. For money, for a date, for
Yes,
any
yes,
sort of act.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
since
yeah.
you seem to have a lot, I'm gonna let you go last. So you need to. Yeah, because you always have a lot to
If
say.
you want to ask for something, ask for something. I'm sorry. Yeah, if you want a date, ask for a date. What? What did you think?
No, but in a sense, is that not transactional? If that's like me being like, if you take me out on a really great date and we have a good time, you're gonna get laid tonight.
Sounds about
It's
right.
still transactional.
Yeah.
Sex is 100% transactional. It always has been and always will be.
Thank you, Joe. Amen. Hallelujah.
But it doesn't have to be just money. I mean,
wouldn't
hey,
trust that,
what do you mean you don't trust
because
that?
then what if the person doesn't?
No, but that's what it is in
But
real
even
life.
if it's not
What if it
said,
doesn't?
let me tell you something. Even if it's not said, it's implied. I'm not having sex with anyone who is not making me happy.
But what if?
However you want to make
you
me
cannot
happy.
just like look at someone and have sex. Won't happen.
However you choose to make me happy is different. If you want to buy
It's
me
still
something and make me happy,
transactional.
that's a transaction. If
You
you
make
want to
me
spend
laugh.
time with me and just make me feel nice and warm and fuzzy inside,
Yeah, but what if you constantly take person out on dates and then they just don't have sex, but they tell you that they're gonna have
Because-
sex with you, but then it just doesn't happen.
But regardless, whenever somebody has sex, it is transactional. It's not
Yeah, I
necessarily
get
two
that.
people.
Okay, I get that.
it doesn't have to be a you give me this, I give you this one-to-one transaction. It could be
That's
like, you
what
know
it
what,
sounds
honestly,
like,
no, but I'm saying it's a transaction of any sort. It's like, listen, I live with my husband and he cooks me breakfast every morning. So every night I bust it wide open because I love him and he treats me good. That is the transaction. It's a transaction of emotions and feelings.
Yeah, I know. I get that.
Right? When my man's not doing that, close for business. That's what it is. Go ahead, Des. I know you've been
I
burning.
do tell a lot of people that if you do have sex with somebody, that is the first person you should ask for anything you want. I don't care if it's a lollipop, a new pair of shoes, a purse, a fucking car. I don't.
Oh, you have said
care.
that.
So I am pro like yes. Because
sorry, can I just say,
no, go ahead.
There was a time we were on the phone. I honestly don't remember what it was. And you were like, oh, like I'm getting da-da-da for this person. I was like, oh, can you get me one too? Obviously I'm joking, but like, you know, when you're like low-key serious.
Yeah.
And you're like, nope. And I'm like, why? You're getting one for this person? And you're like, yeah, but I'm having sex with her and I'm not having sex with you. So I'm not getting it for you.
Duh.
And I was like, only because you're having sex with her? And you're like, yo.
Yeah. It only makes sense. Like, to me, that makes sense. And I have told females this in the past, like
women
this in the past. If you want something from me, just ask. If you don't have a ride somewhere and you want to go somewhere, if I'm not doing anything, sure. You're hungry, you're at home, sure, I'll Uber you food. Sure, I'll pick you up. Sure, you're sad, you want to cuddle? Okay, I was gonna go play dominoes or something. Okay, come, you know? Because you're giving me what I want, so I feel no ways giving you what you want within reason. If you're like, can I get a new car? And be like, you gotta know if that's car world. I'm so funny. I don't know what it was either.
No, but almost every single romantic relationship is transactional. It's like if you are in a relationship with someone and they no longer make you happy in any way, shape, or form,
you're not happy.
The relationship is done. So why would you stay with them? I mean, listen, obviously there's like gray areas where people have like problems and you work on it, which is why I said in no way, shape, or form. And if you're really happy, then you're really happy. But like even with friendships to a certain extent, I feel like are somewhat transactional.
I feel like all relationships are.
Yeah, because it's like a friend, like if you're not being a good friend to me and doing what I need as a friend, then I'm not going to want to be in this friendship anymore.
Sorry, I wish this was the first topic because this brings me back to maybe the second podcast I was on. And the question was, do you believe in not forever? What is the word? Relationships.
I remember.
Unconditional.
Do you remember it? Do you believe in
unconditional love?
Yeah.
And we mostly said yes. However, I asked this question at work.
No, I said no.
You did say no, but then you kind of were varying on certain things.
No, love has conditions, period.
So I asked the guy at work and he listened to the podcast and he's like, Des, I hear what you're saying, but you're wrong. Because everything is a condition. And he's like, to have unconditional love means you love everything and anything the same way you would love whatever you love unconditionally. So he's like, the way you were talking about your friends and you love them unconditionally is the same way you'd have to love a stranger who just killed your son. Because then the condition is you met your friends when you met them. You went through what you went through. So those are conditions. So therefore, you do not love them unconditionally. Those are based off a condition. Your parents, based off of conditions. Anything you love in this world, unless you love everything the exact same, is based off of the condition.
That is one perspective, but you can also say like...
It blew my mind.
There's a difference between, I think, unconditional love overall and unconditional love for one specific person or thing.
But what he was saying was for one specific person, the condition is Lee is who she is. You and Lee went through what you went through. Those are conditions that made you love her unconditionally. So therefore, it was a condition.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And when he broke it down like that, I was like, fuck. Changed my answer. That made sense. Boy.
Yeah. I mean, I think what we have really taken away from this episode is that
communication is key.
Yes. Just communicate with people. Don't be afraid to hold back, because in the end, you just screw you and the other person in the long run. You have nothing to lose by like just putting yourself...
You mean don't be afraid not to hold back. You said don't be afraid to hold back.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
Good catch.
Yeah,
nice,
I'm here
nice,
for you.
Nice. Don't be afraid to hold back. I mean, listen, some of y'all do need to hold back if you're real crazy. Like, don't be planning the wedding on the first date or anything.
No, plan my wedding on the first date, please. I like to hear these things. I do.
But have the conversation. Where do you feel like it's going? Like,
tell me how much you love me on the first date.
Oh my gosh. Hugh,
What?
I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts? You seem like you are just zoned out.
Yeah.
You weren't planning on getting this deep in relationships for your birthday, were you?
No.
Took a turn,
Yeah.
huh?
Meanwhile, if we cue up that video again, he's gonna be cackling like a hyena all over again.
I don't know. Just fucking figure your life out. I don't know.
Wonderful advice,
Just figure
everyone.
your shit out.
You heard it here first. Fucking figure your shit out. Quoted by
together.
Hugh-Gene.
Just figure it out, guys.
All right. Well, we are at the end of the episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. Hugh, where can they find you, birthday boy?
HUGHGNEB.
I actually said where, and you
Where?
gave us the handle, but
Well, yeah, you can find me on Instagram, and that's it.
yeah, Instagram at HugHgeneB. Des, where can they find
My
you?
turn on Instagram at DesiD18, DZZIE18.
Is it Z or Z?
I say Z because I say zebra, not zebra.
I think, yeah. QRSCVWXY and Z. I say Z.
Yeah, I think Americans say Z.
I think so.
I thought we said Z.
But like even when you're spelling pizza, like PIZZA, not PIZZA, that's too
Pizza.
much.
I thought we were the ones that said Z. And
No.
Americans say Z.
Honestly, I don't know. I think everyone, it's all mixed up.
Say what the fuck you want to say.
I say Z when I'm like self-conscious. I'm like, I think this is a Z type of group, so let me just like not say Z.
Oh,
I don't know.
that was bad.
Anyways, you
Joe,
can find. Oh,
I wasn't gonna do it for you.
thank you. Go
And
ahead.
Joe, where can they find you?
Well, thank you, Des. Funny you ask because I was just about to answer. No. Okay. I can be found on Instagram and Twitter at Jonel Wilson, JONELWILSON. And of course, the podcast, we can be found on Instagram and Twitter at This Square Room. And as I mentioned earlier on, don't forget to check out our website, thissquareroom.com. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next Tuesday.